Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What is going on? It's your girl, Jay, and I'm back again. So I couldn't end this season, this WNBA season, as I've been covering the finals with the Aces in New York. I couldn't end this season without covering the celebration party, right? Because we got to see how they get down. Came on last night. If you're watching this, it is what's today? Tuesday the 24th. So the celebration was Monday the 23rd. Y'all, I really was trying to get there. Like I was trying to time it out. Like, okay, if they win Wednesday, when will they have the celebration? If it goes to game 5, it's on a Friday. When am I going to be able to go? But, whew, y'all, those tickets were ticketing. And I could not. I could not, because I was just going to fly in, do the celebration, fly back out, go to work the next day. And those tickets said, no, you won't. It's like, it just wasn't in the budget. Like I could have gone ahead and got those tickets, but I'm like, that budget, it ain't in it. So I declined. But let me tell y'all something. If we win next year, or whenever we win again, next year or 2 years from now, whenever, I'm going to be at the celebration. It's going to happen. I've already committed to going to at least 2 games in Vegas. One will be courtside. So if y'all watch the games and they're televised, look, y'all might see me acting a fool. I don't want to get in trouble though. So I don't really know, because I ain't never really sat courtside. The closest I've gotten to the bench is like 3 rows behind the bench. And I was cutting up then. So I don't know how you're supposed to act when you're courtside. So I'm going to try to be on my best behavior. But if y'all see me, y'all see me. I'm going to be shouting out my team. So shout out to... You have a long name, but shout out to RC. I'm going to call you that. Let me see what you said. Salute. Look, I'm in another city, right? I'm not in Vegas. I tried. I really tried, but it wasn't happening for me. But anyway, I've committed to 2 games. I'm going to go. I go to Vegas a lot anyway. Not a lot, but it's usually once or twice a year. I have family that's near, so when I go visit them, I usually go to Vegas. So it's nothing to go to Vegas. I just have to plan when I want to go. I want to go to a good game. So, well, thank you, RC. Thanks for being in the chat. I appreciate it. What else did RC say? I'm going next season somewhere, anywhere. I might catch Aces, wherever. I was thinking that, I might, because I'm close to a couple of cities. So I might go see them somewhere. But my dream, real quick before we get into the celebration, since I got RC in the chat, my dream has always been to go see my favorite team in their house. So I've been a Chicago Bulls fan. I've been a Lakers fan as long as Kobe was there, for sure. I was a Sparks fan, and I never got the chance. And I was a Duke fan. Never had the chance to go to North Carolina to see Duke play. Never had the chance to go to LA to see the Lakers or the Sparks play. Never got a chance to go to Chicago to see Chicago play. But I have seen them play. I used to live in Houston, so I used to go to a lot of Comets games to see them play against LA. And then, of course, the Rockets games. I would go to Rockets games to watch LA play. So I've been to the games and I've seen the players. I actually met the players, but I want to go to their home. So I'm grown now. I got a little cash. So I'm going to make it a point to get to Vegas inside the Aces house, and I will be going to a game. So that's going to happen. That's going to happen. So which game that's going to be, I don't know yet. Definitely, I'm going to say one before All-Star, and then probably the court side is going to be after All-Star because then now we're getting into the nitty-gritty, and these games are going to be, a little bit more tough or a little bit more entertaining because people are trying to get into playoff contention. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Also, we'll see how much those seats are hitting for because they're popular now. They're back-to-back champs. Those seats may be expensive, but I'm going to save up and we'll figure that part out. So anywho, let's get into the celebration. Hold on one second because I want to make sure. Oh, okay, we're cool. Sometimes the auto focus be in and it be messing me up, but we're good. All right, so let us get into this celebration. Well, wait, before we get into the celebration, there's been some things happening. As y'all know, it's been a little controversy going on with the Aces because people are salty about some things that have been said by some players. And this first slide, I'm bringing, because I got graphics, y'all. This first slide I'm going to bring up is this one. So this is, hold on. There we go. This, if y'all can see it, and actually I can make it bigger for y'all if y'all want to see it. There we go. This is the controversy with Kelsey Plum. And y'all know what? 1 second. I forgot. I need my phone because I can't read those words that small. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we back. All right, so because y'all, I can't see those words. So Kelsey had got an interview right after they won the championship, and she was talking about like team chemistry because we all know the whole situation is New York pretty much crafted that team to compete with the Aces. The Aces won last year, and they did phenomenally. And New York wanted to be in contention to get into the championship and win a championship ring because if you guys don't know, New York is the only original team when the WNBA first started. They are one of the original teams. We know they were the team. The first WNBA game ever to be played was LA against New York. So New York is the only original team that has never gotten a championship. They're the only one. So New York as not just necessarily as a team, but as like the whole unit, like they won it. So they did what they needed to do, get these players in. Great players. Stewie came in. JJ came in. Sloot came in. They already had Ionescu and Laney, I believe. But it was like a super team. And who was the reigning champs? The Aces were. So they pretty much built this team to compete with the Aces, right? So it's just been a bunch of talk. So somehow someone asked KP a question and KP answered it. And this was a little piece of the answer that went kind of viral that got back to the Liberty players. So she said, as much as they're a team, they're not a team. They're really good individual players, but they don't care about each other. And you can tell in those moments. Now, I don't care. I don't care how she said it, what she said it, how she meant it. We all know, if you watch sports, if you know anything about sports, you can't just throw anybody together and expect them to click right away and be able to perform the way they need to. It's especially if you're going into the playoffs, which everything is heightened. So New York started off slow, and once they got used to playing with each other post All-Star, they really started to get good, and that's how they started getting all these wins. We all know that they beat the Aces a few times. And they were really in contention. But they just, I'm not going to say they didn't gel well, but I just think it takes time. I mean, a lot of people call the Aces a super team, which a lot of the players don't like being called that because they actually started from the bottom. Like Kelsey was recruited, drafted number 1 in 2017. Asia was drafted number 1 in 2018. Jackie was drafted number 1 2019. That's just, they got the picks. You know what I'm saying? They were able to get the number 1 picks. And from 2018, they didn't win their first championship to 2022. So it took time. And then with the addition of Gray coming in, and last year they got Parker and AC, which Parker didn't play most of the season. So it didn't make a huge difference, but they still got that moniker, the super team, because I guess they had all the good players on their team, but they grinded to get there. It took them a while, but they got there and they're here now. Versus New York, who went and got some of the best players, former MVPs, former champions. You know what I'm saying? Like they curated that group like that year, and they only had preseason and that this season to like get it together. So the expectations were high, but that's why Vegas doesn't like to be called a super team. I forgot who said it. It might have been Asia, or maybe it was Plum, but someone was like, people weren't calling us super team 2 years ago. Like we weren't super team 3 years ago. Like we just became this quote unquote super team when we started winning these championships. So, I mean, they've been playing together. I call them the Jack crew, Jackie, Asia, Chelsea, and Kelsey. I didn't make that up. One of the commentators called them Jack, and I just said Jack crew. But anyway, the Jack crew have been playing together for a while now, and they've lost together, and now they're winning together. So I think that, counts for a lot. But anyway, so someone asked her that. She pretty much said, they're all individual players. They don't really know each other yet. I don't know about they don't care about each other type thing. She probably didn't have to say that, but then again, honestly, who cares? Like, it is what it is. She said what she said. I know New York is, feeling a kind of way because they lost by 1 point. Their season was over, and then you hear that. So, I mean, I expect their reaction. I'm not mad that JJ called Kelsey classless, but the funny thing about this is I was listening to or watching a clip from Brother from Another. I don't know if y'all watched that, but someone on that panel was pointing out several members of the New York Liberty, current members, who weren't so classy when they were winning certain things. And even if they were on the New York Liberty or if they were with their other teams, and they pointed out like, okay, y'all hurt because Kelsey said this, but do y'all remember when you did this? Do you remember when you did this to this player? Do you remember that year you did this? So she was pointing them out that, they're just in their feelings right now, but they can't really talk because all the ones that she named, and I don't remember all of them, but the ones that she named definitely was talking noise when they were on top of the world. So they don't really have room to talk about that, but whatever on that. So I do have Kelsey's response. RC said not only did they get the number 1 picks, they hit the right picks. Yes, they got the right pick choices at number 1. Exactly. Like back then, who would have thunk? Like you pick, they weren't shabby. Like KP owns the record or used to own the record. I don't know if she still does or not, but she scored the most points in NCAA women's history. Like, and not only like total points, but like points for a certain season. She's not shabby. Jackie Young coming from Notre Dame. I mean, hello. I think she won a national championship. Asia Wilson, there's nothing else to say. Asia Wilson is Asia Wilson. And then this is the crazy part, because I watched a small little, it wasn't really a documentary, but it was like a write-up on, or a little piece about Chelsea Gray, and when she was in her free agency and how she was shopping around to different WNBA teams, and they showed her like talking to the Aces. How did they let her go? That was probably the biggest mistake in all of, like, for me, when I'm thinking about that. This is the point guard. This is probably the best point guard in the WNBA right now. Probably will go down as being one of the best to ever do it. And for whatever reason, the Sparks let her go, and the Aces got her. And within a year, they win a championship. Like, what were y'all thinking? What were y'all thinking? It's okay. It's okay. She's where she needs to be. It's fine. But, they got the right pieces at the right time, just like RC said. How long have I been an Aces fan? Funny fact. This year, I knew about the Aces, but I mean, you will have to listen to some of my other videos. And I do have a podcast, guys, if anyone knows that or not. But I talked about on my podcast how I started to fall in love with the Aces this year, because I didn't have sports channels. My life was life, and I fell off. I used to be a huge WNBA fan back when it first started. So the very first game, I was glued to it. My favorite player, Lisa Leslie, was there. Cheryl Swoops was there. I was living in Houston. Of course, Houston Comets winning all the championships the first 4 years. So I was enthralled in it because I was living in the city that their team was just dominating the league, which I hated because I was a Lisa Leslie fan. So I'm like, why can't my girl get her championship? But she ended up getting the championship as well. So no shade to the Comets. But anyway, I was a fan for a very long time in the very beginning, and then life was lifing, and I kind of fell off. And to be honest, the WNBA was not as, they don't put them on TV as much. Like, I don't know what happened in the past 20 years, but they don't really put them on TV. They don't really get the shine that they deserve. So I was missing a lot of it because I didn't have the cable channels where you can see it. I wasn't looking it up online. But I happened to get a different package this year, YouTube TV, and they actually play a lot of WNBA games, and WNBA comes on Prime. And because the Aces won last year, I think that's why every single game that I was watching was the Aces. Like almost every one of their games was on TV. So, I mean, once I saw them, it was right before or right after All-Star, because I watched the All-Star game. But right around there, I was like, this team is for real. And then I just started researching because I'm a Cancer. And once we get hooked on something, we got to know everything about it. So did my research, looked around, fell back in love with the WNBA and this team. So if that answers your question, RC, thanks for asking it. So we're going to go to Kelsey's response real quick. She said, since the media wants to clickbait, I'm going to cut this drama out right now so we can move on and be in peace. What I said was taken extremely out of context. I was trying to articulate my teammates, and I've been through a lot. We used our bond. And I have been through a lot, and we used our bond to get over the hump. Then she quoted that and said, and getting through it doesn't happen overnight. Never been the type to throw shade. Quite the opposite, actually. I see how it came off. Never was my intention, and I apologize. Our game grew immensely from this series. Don't let this bullshit distract from the biggest win here. Mic drop. Tell him, Plum. Tell him. Right? So listen, Plum says she's not about that drama. It was just something that was said. Maybe it was out of context, but I think what really got them was the fact that she said that they don't even like each other. And look, I don't know what, like, y'all got to understand, these women be talking to each other on this court, and they see things that we don't see and hear things that we don't hear. So it may be some truth to that. I don't know. They're salty because they didn't win. So It is what it is. It's basketball. People talk noise all the time, and I'll get more into that because people are mad salty about this celebration. But let's get to the next quick topic before I go into some clips. This right here. Do y'all see what's on her left hand, her left arm? That's a cast. She thought she was slick because the day, I don't know if it was the day they got back to Vegas, but Sid, if y'all know Sid Colson, she's live all the time, every day. She was live and they went to go play bingo. Maybe it was the second night. It wasn't the first night. Because she went to play bingo the first night. Asia wasn't there. Then they all got together. They wore these wigs and they went to go play bingo. And in one of Sid's stories, Asia was in this cast. So I was like, wait a minute. First, Kelsey's in the boot. Then Kia's in the boot. Then I hear about Plum playing with a broken finger. And now Asia's wrist is in a cast. I'm like, it's too much. It's too much, y'all. Calm down. And so I'm like tweeting. I'm quoting Asia, trying to see if she would answer me. She was not going to answer me, asking her what happened to her wrist. So finally, yesterday, KP posted on her story that Asia has been playing with a bad thumb since All-Star. A bad thumb. Now, I don't play basketball, but I've shot the ball a few times. And you need all your hand to shoot the ball. So if your thumb is messed up enough to be in a cast, but you score 53 points, like what? Post All-Star, that means all those games, all the post game, the 53 points, the 3 straight 30-point games, the destroying of New York game 1 and game 2, all that with that whatever's happening to her thumb. Like, who does? I know the greats play through the pain. Kobe, I remember one time he was playing with a broken hand throughout the whole playoffs. So I get it. Like they play through the pain, but she scared me at first. What did RC say? Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, wait a minute. What's the injury? What's going on? How long is it going to take to heal? Can you rehab? Can you be better by the start of the season? That's what I wanted to know. Like, yes, are you okay? Of course, I want her to be okay. But outside of I wanted her to be okay, are you going to be able to play? That's what we all want to know. So I was concerned, but if it's a thumb injury, she's in a cast now. I mean, when does like the training camp start? Maybe like March, April, somewhere around there, maybe. And then, preseason, she has time, I think, to let whatever heal. But shout out to Asia. Shout out to the whole team for playing through injuries. And, I'm sure if Chelsea and Kia could have been out there, they would have been out there. So that's amazing. But what else do I have on here? I have a few more pictures. I'll minimize myself so y'all can see. Courtesy of the Aces Instagram, the WNBA Instagram, and Slam Instagram. I don't want y'all trying to come for me. But that's Asia there with her trophy. This is when they get off the bus, getting ready to go to the stage. I want this shirt. This shirt that AC has on, Aces versus everybody. Now, I've seen people in the comments like, click on this link and we'll get you the shirt. I need it to be from a reputable source. I'm not going to somebody's, regular site. I don't trust it. So if it's not on like something that I know, I'm probably not. I'll make the shirt first myself before I click on somebody's link and put my credit card information in there. I'm not going to do that. So Aces versus everybody. That really was the theme of the year. And when we get into, Jack, somebody shout out to Leah's Jack shirt. I'm getting to that because that's in here. That was dope. But that really was like the theme of the year. But here's KP with that cigar is now a thing. She did it last year. She said it was too much for her. She was sounding like an old man the next day. But There she is with the cigar. Let me tell y'all something. Asia said, don't come to this celebration unless you've taken 8 shots. You got to be 8 shots in this year to show up to this celebration. And let me tell you who was 8 shots in. This lady right here. Becky was sloshed. Becky was gone. I don't know what was in her cup, but that lady, drunk Becky is really the best Becky. Because she was the main one telling everybody, hey, y'all got to watch our language, calm down, like kids are watching, we got to do better this year. And she's the main one dropping F-bombs and all kind of stuff. Because that lady was drunk. Asia said 8 shots in, she said, no problem. And she was, right? She was gone. Like as soon as she got on stage, it was a wrap for Becky. She was done. She was done. But shout out to Becky. Look, Becky, Hall of Fame basketball player, was an assistant coach and actually stood in for Coach Pop for the San Antonio Spurs, making history as, I don't know if she's the first. I believe she is, but I didn't look this up. But I think I'm right. She's the first woman to coach a men's team in the NBA during a game. Because Pop got ejected. I remember watching that game. I forgot why he had left at first, but I went back and looked and he had got ejected. So she took the spot. Regardless, she came in the WNBA. First year, championship. Second year, championship. Like, come on. All the pieces. I'm telling you, the aces, they need to be in Vegas because the odds are in their favor. Like everything just came together at the right point. They got the right players, the right coach, and they are winning. So shout out to Becky for being drunk and winning championships. There is Chelsea with her cigar. Did I get Jackie? I didn't get Jackie. I thought I did. I just like this photo. This is a dope photo of KB with her cigar on stage. But Jackie's shirt said, I think it said, I may be silent, but my ring's loud. Jackie is one of the quietest people on the team besides like probably Stokes. But I said, Jackie, I not messaged her, but I replied back because she was in one of the comments. And I was like, listen, you're the loudest person on the court. Like, that's how you're loud. You're loud on the court. You don't need to be loud anywhere else. You are loud when you're scoring those points on the court. But that jacket, I want that jacket. That shirt, I want that shirt. I got to have that. I don't know. I'm not clicking on no foreign links. So hopefully the Aces get it in their team shop or somebody that, has been around for a while. I'm not clicking on no random people's links. Y'all are not getting my money. It's not going to happen. So let us go ahead. We're going to watch some clips. Because I don't know if I'm sure everybody has seen the celebration. For those of you that haven't seen the celebration, these are some clips and some pieces that I'm just straight from YouTube. We're going to watch. And then if you guys want to watch the entire celebration, I will have the link. And actually, I think I have the link right now in the description down below. So you can check that out. So let me see. So I was going to play their intros. I might have to mute the intros because they're playing music and I'm live. So I definitely can play music, but only a short amount of time before they flag me. And then they don't tell me like, stop playing music or we're going to stop your live. They're just stop the live. So, and I don't know that I'll just see 0 people are watching and don't know that, that they ended my live. It happened to me one time. So they're playing music. I will probably mute it as they're walking up just because I don't want no problems with them. Now, if I was just putting out a video and I have music, I can usually get away with that. That's not a big deal. But I don't want to end the live because I'm not going to be on here super long. So, anywho, let me go ahead and bring this up. So, just a few people coming in on stage. I thought Sid did. Sid is literally like so good for this team. Like she's coming off the bench. I don't think she's signed. She's not committed to next year. Like her contract, I think, ended this year. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do in the offseason. We'll talk about offseason after we're done with this. But I'm not really sure what they're going to do in offseason. But I think she is a light for this team. She helps them not to be so serious. And the whole group is just a bunch of goofballs when they're together. But I think she's a part of that. So if she's not there, I don't know. But also she's a vet. She's been in the league for a long time as well. So I don't know how long she's planning on playing. But regardless, I love me some Sid. Sid is dope. So hopefully, I didn't even check. I hope y'all can hear this. Those of you in the chat, if you can hear it okay, once I start playing it, if I'm not muting it, just let me know. If it sounds weird, I'll work on the audio on my side. But this is Sid coming in here.
We're going to do this again in a minute. Scream like she's chasing you. Number 51, Sydney.
Look at her. Sid is a vibe. Look at her. Hey.
I haven't been able to say this name in months. I'm ready.
Who was it?
The real CP3.
Oh, this was Candace. She just came up, said hello. Who came up that was really... There's Kia. Look at KP. Wait a minute. KP, let me tell y'all how much I love KP. KP be coming. Oh, here's Jackie. Jackie just came up. She didn't really do much. I might have to mute that. It's been playing a minute. I don't want to get taken off. Jackie came up. Just her. Jackie, she ain't got to talk. Jackie just here. Here is KP. KP, I love her. Because she be dancing to her own beat and she do not care. Oh, she was on beat here. Get it, KP. Oh, Chelsea came up. Chelsea came up and she was ready. They were playing some E40 because, you know, is that from the Bay? Y'all don't beat me up. Ooh, that don't sound good. That was weird. Look at Becky back there. Becky is gone. Becky is gone. Look at her. Here go my girl. Here go Asia. I don't know why they had two. Her number's 22, but regardless. There she go. Did y'all check out her shirt though? Look at her shirt. If y'all can't see it, it says 17-25-17-1 on the back. And if y'all don't know what that is, I'm gonna pause it real quick. If y'all don't know what that is the voting for the MVP. And that one is her fourth place vote. Who votes Asia? Fourth place. That don't even make sense. I cannot get over that. Asia Wilson, literally the most efficient player in the game right now. Fourth place for MVP is crazy, but she had that on her shirt. Let me see some of y'all's comments because as I was playing it, I couldn't see. Sid Colston is the female Pat Beverly with rings and things. Talk about it. Candace didn't say much. I guess she felt like a pedestrian to the cause. Kelsey, the after party boombox is what I live for. Yes, like the press conference. Kelsey has a thing now. She has the bus in the press conference with a boombox, and she has to have a cigar at the celebration party. That's just what she has to do. So that was some of the intros. Yeah, Candace didn't really say or do much because, I mean, honestly, she was hurt for most of the year. So she was a voice to them during, the games. Like, she was talking to the players and things like that, kind of sideline coaching. But, excuse me, she really wasn't playing that much. I'm going to get to some of these speeches because when Becky was talking and she gave Sid the mic, we are right here. Y'all got to hear what Sid had to say. So here we go.
In the national championship, and I'll be darned if she don't throw that shit in game 4. I was like,
she's talking about that behind the back pass she did.
What?
In game 4.
What?
For the assist. Okay, whoever's holding that sign. Thank you.
I know it's a lot of talk right now. Very controversial, hot topic. The night. It was such a big deal.
Sid with this battery pack in her pants, though, because she was going live the whole time.
But the thing is, our team really was quiet all year. The way we could have set social media ablaze every day, and we held back, we showed restraint. People had so much shit to talk. People had so much shit to talk about our team. So in game 3, when somebody did a motion like they was finna put us to sleep, or like they had put us to sleep, they put that in our pregame video. It was all cinematic. The shit was in black and white and shit. It was slow motion at the end and shit. I'm like, God damn, I'm getting emotional. Like, they really done pissed us off. They really done pissed us off. So while it was beautiful, it was also embarrassing. And so we took that embarrassment. We went at their ass from start to finish.
That's right. Talk
we
that talk.
that last play with 8.8 motherfucking seconds.
8.8. Talk that talk, Sid. Yes. Talk that talk.
And we celebrated like the motherfucking champs we are.
Yes.
And we had 2 words for them boys. We said,
night. Sid. I knew Sid was going to bring it. Sid, that was so dope. So dope. Such a good speech. We got to get to AC. Let me see where AC is. AC did, I thought her speech was pretty, like, heartwarming because she's a vet. She came from, I think she came from DC, but she's Seattle. So she's been in the game now 13 years, 13 or 14. I might be off one, but having her on the team, especially this year, especially when we lose our 2 starters and she's 6th player of the year, having her come off this bench like she has been doing all year and giving us a boost, and having won a championship. So having that like champion mentality, knowing what to do when, the chips are down, was detrimental to our team. So shout out to AC, dope player. I believe she's coming back next year. I think she signed a contract where she'll be back next year with us. But I wanted to play her speech because I thought it was a great speech.
But my squad, nobody.
Let me start this off by saying this is so dope. This is so dope. Vegas, y'all showed up and showed out. So I asked Asia and Chelsea, them, I was like, should I pop my stuff or should I keep it classy? I was told to do a mixture. So, I'm gonna start. So, I'm going to start by talking about these women right here. I have to be general because somebody else is going to have a specialized speech, but whatever. This group, coming into this year, to have somebody at the helm, like I was told I was too old, like people wanted to get younger, I wouldn't make it in this league, I wouldn't make the transition, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? Yeah, all the things. But each and every player sitting up here in one of these chairs right now, when Becky Hammon called me in my free agency period and was like, we want you in Vegas, I was like, oh. These women sitting up here, they wanted me here in Vegas with them.
That's right.
They believed in what I still had left. Mind you, I'm the oldest player outside of Candace Parker. Love you, boo. But each and every woman up here wanted me on their team. When I have a legend on my phone saying she wants to play with me, when I got all these other future legends on my phone
Future legends
saying they wanted to play with me, when I got this Hall of Fame coach on my line, FaceTiming me, picking up her boys from school, saying they wanted me, I was like, hey, yo, listen, I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Alicia Clark was my rookie in San Antonio.
Talk about it.
3 for 17 is you need to talk about it.
Wow. Okay. Becky, hold on. I didn't know what she was talking about at first. That was a shot. That was a shot at Stewie going 3 for 17. Whoever put drink in Becky's cup, y'all know better. This is Asia's fault. This is Asia's fault for telling everybody to be 8 shots in, because there was no filter when it came to Becky during this championship celebration. Let me see some of the comments while we were on a pause. I hope she comes back. AC, okay. I do too. I believe she signed a contract to come back. I don't know that for sure. I didn't double check that. I know the core 4 are definitely good through 2025. And I don't know about AC, but I think she is. Candace and Alicia made the loss of Wnba not hurt at all. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't really tell. I mean, the thing is the Aces were good 2022, but they came back even better 2023. Like, what? How is that possible? Had the record for what they won. Oh, I forgot the stat now. They were the first to win 30 games in a season. And then they ended up winning 34 that season because they only lost 6 and they played 40 games this season. So, I mean, you can't say enough. You can't say enough about these Aces. Let's get to Gray, because Gray had some things to say. and did she have some things to say? So let me get to when Gray is coming in.
I'm not supposed to be walking, really. But I threw my crutches when that timer went out. You hear me? This is an amazing franchise. I know Candace said it, but we got the greatest coach in the world.
Facts.
We got the greatest fans in the world.
Facts.
No. Run that back. We got the greatest fans in the world. Yeah. And the league they done messed up and let us win again, bro. They done messed up with that one. They done messed up with not giving our person who was supposed to be damn MVP the trophy.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
They didn't mess up when they left KP out the all WNBA team.
Uh-oh.
They didn't mess up when they left Jackie off the fucking first team.
Tell them.
So I'm gonna talk about shit because we won.
I mean, that's when you talk, right? When you're on
like
top.
Like I said, Hey, and Sydney said, I'm sitting on that. I'm sitting on that, Sabrina.
Ooh.
And all I gotta say is, aces. Aces. Listen, I'm so proud to be a part of this franchise. My family is here. The fans are here. I love you guys. And so last year, KP said we're just getting started. Run that shit back.
Run it back. Run it back. All right. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and we got to check out the MVP. We have to. Let's check out what Asia had to say. Also, I hope the audio is good. No one said anything that is not good. And I hope the visuals are good because what I see may not be what you guys are seeing. I think it depends on connection and all that. So hopefully y'all are seeing everything okay. If you're not, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to go ahead and let Asia speak.
Asia Wilson.
Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, y'all gotta chill, I gotta get my stuff out. So my teammates already talked enough shit, so I don't really gotta talk a lot of shit. At the end of the day, we got the ring and that's all that matters. Yeah, we're champs. But I do want to take this time out just to show so much appreciation to my teammates, our staff, everybody in between. You guys, like Cindy said, the best fans in the world. Yeah, we'll take that. But no, a lot of people doubted us. Game 3, a lot of people doubted us. It was a moment where we kind of shedded a tear because we lost 2. But boy, we had a mighty, mighty, mighty bench mob.
Tell them about that bench.
Man, and we already know what happened at Game 4. We got us a dub. Yeah, bench mob, big bench mob, not the little one. You know that. Period. But no, we can't appreciate you guys enough for always supporting us, always cheering us near and far, everyone in between. Super thankful to be a part of this franchise. Y'all know that first ring was nice, so we already know that second one about to be blinging. Uh-oh, Becky here.
Look at Becky. Watch Becky.
Becky coming. Becky coming. Listen here.
She's so
I'm
drunk.
an old ass bitch.
And this is them trying to censor. This ain't me doing this, by the way, y'all.
I played against all the GOATs. Oh, I'm going to put it out there. This going to be the GOAT of the GOATs. She don't even know how I'm about to be on that ass. Because she's that good. I'm trying to think of an NBA comp. I'm trying to think of a WNBA comp. And there ain't nobody in the world like Asia Wilson.
Big facts.
Who wheeled us on her back and said, hey, I'm about to put you on my back. Come on, follow me. And we did. You want it back? Fucking run that shit back.
And one last thing, whoever you are out there that voted me for, thank you so much. I want to say I appreciate you, because that just means that I got a lot more work to do, and we coming back, baby. We're going to do this shit again. Let's do this shit.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Asia, because Asia is probably, from what I can see, one of the most humble, one of the most selfless players out there. Anytime she wins anything, anytime her name is mentioned, she is always bigging up her team. It never fails. Her bringing up Kia Stokes when she won Defensive Player of the Year, so Kia can share that with her. That's big. That's big. Kia was a bench player and came off the bench to take the spot of Candace Parker. And she rarely scores, but her defense is always on. So for her to do something like that, that's dope. And then this fourth place vote, her answer to that is, I just need to work a little bit harder. Like, this is why, I mean, I believe Becky. Like, Asia may be the GOAT of all GOATs in the next 5, 6, 10 years. By the time she retires, whenever she retires, I think Asia Wilson will definitely be the GOAT of all GOATs in the WNBA. Like, that's what I believe. I don't know what y'all think, but look, I think it can happen. Let me see what happened in the comments while I was playing. Every time Chelsea gets the mic, I feel like she's going to spit bars. Every time. Can we go 40-0? Ooh, the girls won't like that. The girls won't like that. Thank you. They won't like us going 40-0. This is what I want to say while I wrap it up. The Aces, if we can keep, in my opinion, this is my opinion, if we keep this core 4, maybe 5, and we don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years. Things change, injuries happen, moves are made, and things like that. I don't know. But if we can keep this core that we have and the Aces keep playing like they're playing and Becky keeps coaching like she's coaching, y'all, I was around for the 4-peats. I was there. I was there for the 4-peats by the comments. I think the Aces can 4-peat. Like, I'm just saying that we don't know because that's very far in the future. But if this core team, this version of the core team, like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, people trade, people come in, they leave, whatever. If this version of the Aces remains with this offense, this defense, these players, this coach, Aces can and will 4-peat. And I won't stop there, because if Becky stays with this team, it's just something about the way this team rallied when they were down 2 starters and people were counting them out. And even though their bench was not deep, they had 3 people on the bench. 3 people on the bench in the finals. They dug into that bench as deep as they can go and still pulled off a 1-point win when New York had all the odds in their favor of winning and beating this team, and they couldn't do it. They have the heart, they have the drive, they have the determination. They just need to be healthy and keep their mind right. I ain't stopping at 4 championships with this team. I'm looking at the 91 through 98 Bulls when they did a 3-3. I'm looking at the Lakers when they did their 3-2. Like, Asia, if Asia plays her cards right, she's gonna leave this league with 6 or more rings. I'm saying it's not stopping. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but the way this team plays, and they play as a team, and they help lift each team member up. And this is why there's so much controversy going on, is because the way that Asia lifts up her team whenever she can, like, she's always giving them props. She's always giving them, like, she doesn't take all the accolades. She shares it with them. Like, this is why they go so hard. The reason why there's been so much controversy, because they were mad because she didn't get MVP. When you hurt Asia, when you do something against Asia, you did something against that team. That's what you want in a leader. And as a leader, that's what you want for your team. If you're leading the right way, if you're doing the right things, your team is going to rally around you. And when you're not doing well, they're going to step up. And then when you are doing well, they're going to step back so you can do your thing. And that's what's been going on with the Aces this whole time. I feel like for the Aces to have come in and been number 1, they really, like, I don't know where it was coming from, but it was feeling real underdoggish. I'm not really sure why, like, whatever little thing would happen, people are just counting the aces out. They lose Candace Parker. Oh, we don't know if they can do this. They don't win as many games post All-Star. They only lost 6 games, y'all. So when I say they lost more games, they lost like 3 games, 3 or 4 games. They don't win the Commissioner Cup. Oh, we don't know what's going on with the Aces. Like, do you not know that they have the best player in the WNBA on their team, and you're trying to count them out because they lost a few games? And then they get into the playoffs. They sweep everybody. Then it's time for them to play New York, and they're like, I don't know. New York is gonna do what they do. And what did they do? Nothing for 2 games. They didn't do anything. No, game 1 was close. Game 2 was not close. And yeah, game 3, of course, like what team wouldn't turn up when they go home? Every team has the opportunity. That's why they make it so you can go home. Everybody gets to play at their home because it's supposed to lift you up, right? So of course they're going to do well when they go home and they win that one game. They won that one game. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's over." Nope, New York is coming for the crown. And then they lose Gray and Kia, and then there's more piled on. So think about it. They're constantly treated as the underdog. People are ignoring the talent that they have on the team. Asia does not get MVP. Not only does she not get MVP, because I feel like if AT had won, I don't think it would be as much talk as it is now, especially because she got that 4th place vote. She got the 4th place vote. Jackie didn't make first team all WNBA. Kelsey didn't make all team WNBA. No, Jackie didn't make the defensive player, all defense player WNBA. It's little things like that. And then they lose people and people are just counting them out, saying their bench is trash. They can't do anything. And I mean, all that bubbled up. Of course they're going to let loose. Of course they're going to let loose at this celebration. That's when you do it, because they proved everybody wrong. And hopefully when they come into this next season, people put some respect on their name and like treat them like the champions that they are. And I'm not saying like the teams. I think the teams weren't the ones. It's mainly these commentators and the media. And sometimes the media gets into some of these other players' heads when they think they can talk noise about the Aces, or think they can just, beat the Aces one-on-one, and you just can't do it. But I do want to say, like, the whole Stewie thing, I think Stewie is just a catalyst. Like, she is a great player. She's a great player. I thought AT was going to get the MVP, although I wanted Asia to get it. So to see Stewie get MVP over AT and Asia kind of stung a little bit. And then for her performance in the postseason, it just wasn't. The postseason wasn't postseasoning for her too much. And I mean, everybody has a bad run or a bad game, so it was nothing against her. But I think she's catching a lot of strays. She's catching a lot of strays because she's the face of New York, and she happened to have gotten the MVP. So a lot of shots is being taken at her. I don't think it's to her personally. It's just because she is the face of these things. People kept throwing New York in the Aces' faces. And then, of course, when Sabrina allegedly, I don't know, told Sid to take her ass back on the bench during game 3. So that fired Sid up. So that's why she's on 10, if y'all are wondering, because and she said night to the team. So that got Sid on 10. So she's doing that. But I just think everybody's kind of doubt of the Aces, it just built up. And I don't think it's anything against Stewie. And I don't think it's anything really against the New York players. A lot of I'm hearing, because I'm not seeing this, a lot of the New York fans are in their feelings. They're trying to come for the Aces and saying that, they're wrong for like saying things during their celebration. And why are they talking about New York when they should just be celebrating their team? But y'all, I don't know where these fans come from, but this is basketball. This is sports. I guarantee you, I 1,000% guarantee you that these ladies have said worse to each other in their faces during games, during timeouts, as they're walking back to the locker room. as they're playing each other during college and pros. Like they've said way worse to each other than what we even can think or know about. So calm down. The Aces won. They can talk their shit if they want to. Bring it next season. If y'all want to shut the Aces up, bring it next season and we'll see what happens. As far as I'm concerned, I think the Aces, they got it. I don't know yet. I'm not going to speak too soon as far as we don't know who we're going to have and all that other stuff. I believe in my Aces. They can win championships every year as far as I'm concerned. But I do want to see who's coming back, who's going to be healthy, who are they going to add to their roster or take away from the roster if they do any of that. I'm very interested to see what's going on with that. So some of these, let me see what else was said. I won't tell you right now, but there's one playing on another team that can help us get. Oh, okay. When are you going to tell us? Who are we talking about? I would like to know. Drop it in the comments later. They can definitely win 4 championships. I believe that with my whole heart. I feel like if any team can do it, and I know the Lynx came in and won 4 championships, but they won every other year. They couldn't do it back to back to back to back to back. I think the Aces can do it back to back to back to back. I think they can do it. And then the last comment, hey, at least we gave the Liberty Commissioner's Cup, and I'll leave you with that salute. Thank you. Thank you, RC. Thank you, Leah. Thanks to everyone watching. This was dope. If there's any other WNBA news or anything Aces related that comes up, I will gladly jump on live and come talk to y'all. Again, y'all, I do have a podcast. I do music and entertainment and personal stories and news stories, whatever it is that I feel like talking about. You can find that on my homepage here on YouTube. If you go, it'll take you to my website, jaysquick3pod.com. You can check out all my episodes there. I also have a playlist on YouTube. I have a podcast tab on YouTube. Some of my visual podcast episodes are there, but most of my stuff is audio only. So feel free to check it out while we wait for this next season. I want to thank everybody. I did not expect my videos to blow up the way they did. I was just talking about my Aces and my love for my team. Who knew people would resonate with that? So I totally appreciate that for y'all just coming and listening and watching me just talk. I really do appreciate that. So shout out to y'all. I'll be back and I'm here anyway. So whether y'all see me live on my podcast or just talking about, any news or anything that comes up, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Shout out to the Aces for a great, great, great season, a dope celebration, and I will see y'all later. Peace out. Peace out, y'all.